everyone. This is a request for me to do a demo of the dynamic radar cruise control in the new Toyota Prius Prime 2017. So on the right hand side of the steering wheel, right below the multi-directional control, you'll see the cruise control bar here. So to enable it, you push the button in, and on the screen it gives you a warning about being careful when merging with vehicles and stopping. And then basically I push down on that bar to set the cruise control, and right now it's set at 73 miles per hour. And if I push up on the bar, I can increase the speed or pull down on the bar to reduce the speed. So right now cruise control is set, and it's just doing its thing. And you will see that there are 3 bars in front of the, let me use the multi-directional control to switch the multi-informational display to the cruise control here. I'm going to increase the speed to 80. And on that screen, you will see a display showing you the 3 bars. And when it senses that there is a vehicle or some kind of obstacle in the front, mainly a vehicle hopefully, it will automatically reduce the speed to match that of the moving car in the front. And so you can tell from the movement here that I'm pretty much moving in sync with the car in front of me. And there's a slight turn here. And now keep in mind that dynamic radar cruise control is not ideal if there's a sharp turn. When there's a sharp turn and the vehicle in front of you disappears, it thinks that there is no car in front of you, and it starts picking up speed. So you have to be careful of that. If you set the speed to a much higher speed than what you're currently moving at, then as soon as that car disappears from the turn, the car is going to pick up the speed at a pretty fast pace. And so let's say you're moving at 50, suddenly the car moves away, but your set speed for cruise control is 80. So it's going to actually pick up pretty fast because it's got 30 miles per hour to catch up. So the idea is it will automatically maintain the distance and the speed for you based on the car in front of you. So the key is whether or not there is a vehicle in front of you for it to kind of guide that speed difference. So I don't know if we're going to encounter a little bumper traffic here for me to be able to demonstrate this cruise control effectively, but let me pick up the speed a little bit more. I'm going to increase it to 84 right now, even though we're moving at 75 already. So the hard part to demonstrate is that if there's a car that cuts in front of you, and how close that car is when that car does move in front of you. So one thing that's smart about this system is that it's pretty intelligent about how it calculates the speed. Not only your car that's moving, the car in front of you, as well as the car that cuts in. So if it senses that the car is cutting in, but the car is still moving at a pretty good speed, it's not very different from your car's speed in terms of whether it's slower or faster, it is not going to freak out and jerk and like do a sudden stop or hard brake just because a car cuts in front of you. So it actually gradually changes the speed based on the distance between you and the car that's cutting in. So I noticed that a few times when I'm using this cruise control, and I will deliberately watch what happens when the car cuts in, because when you get used to driving for a while, you kind of get used to the pattern of some drivers on the road. When they're going to cut into your lane. So I deliberately watch what happens, and I don't do anything with my speed. I don't brake or I don't speed up. I just let the cruise control take care of itself. And what I notice is that as soon as the car cuts in, the system doesn't react immediately. It tends to, okay, so the car in front of me moved away, and I thought the car was going to pick up speed. I was going to kind of tell you guys about it. So So when the car moves away, sorry, I'm gonna merge in traffic on purpose so that I can demonstrate the cruise control a little bit better. So right now, we're going about 50 something miles per hour. I have it set to 66. Hopefully we'll hit some traffic here and you'll see the cruise control in action, how it handles bumper to bumper traffic. So again, what it does is when the car cuts in, it does the calculation and it kind of get a good sense of how fast that car is moving in relative to yours, so that it doesn't require a hard brake to kind of compensate for that reduced in distance. It's actually pretty smart. It does it pretty gently. I know it's a gradual change in speed when that happens. So here's a good example I'm going to show you. Here's a car next to me. I'm going to merge into his lane. It warns me, but it didn't suddenly do a brake just because the distance between me and the car in front is significantly shorter. And again, I just did the same thing. I'm cutting into someone else's lane and the cruise control just kind of kicks in. It doesn't really do much. It's watching for a little bit just before it makes its changes. So I'm going to increase the speed a little bit so I can catch up to the car in the front. Hopefully we'll get some merging action going. Again, this is the hard part that's, hard to capture in real life traffic. But you just have to take my word for it. The dynamic radar cruise control works pretty well, except for when you're making sharp turns. So you really have to worry about that and make sure that you're not taking advantage of the cruise control, thinking that it's gonna take care of the entire driving experience for you. It is not. So on straight pathway, it works very well. And as usual, if you step on the brake, it just engages the cruise control. If you step on the gas pedal, it doesn't do anything. It continues to operate in the background. If your speed goes below the set speed that you set, it will then speed up for you. But if you go faster than the set speed on your own, it doesn't care. So right now my set speed is 79. We're going 75. Unfortunately, it's there's not too much merging action going on right now. Here we go. We are coming to I have to manual brake on this one. This one is tough because we're just merging the lanes, so I'm not gonna take the chance for the cruise control. So it is set to 77 miles per hour. We're going about 60 something. It's picking up speed because the car in front of me just moved away. Now it's slowing down. And I'll show you the gauge here real fast. So this cruise control screen disappears. There you go. I'm switching to the cruise control screen on the multi-informational display so you can see it. But it's constantly sensing the distance between my car and the car in front of me. So we're coming to an exit here so you can see how it performs. So we're coming down to 40 something miles per hour now, even though the set speed is 77. We're coming to an exit. It's still maintaining that speed for me. The car in front just moved away. Now there's a shuttle bus, so it's picking up speed. And then of course, again, there's a turn here. Okay, so you guys you won't notice it, but the car speed up significantly just because the tour bus moved away on that sharp turn and my car was set to 70 something miles per hour, so it picked up speed super fast and I had to hard brake myself. But if this was normal bumper to bumper traffic and it's straight, it will actually slow down and eventually stop and put me almost in back of the car, maybe about 1 car distance. And one thing that is also smart at is when the car in front starts moving away, especially when it's a bumper-to-bumper traffic, even on the freeway, it will actually start moving forward gradually. It is not going to wait until there is like 3 car length or some significant distance before it starts moving. It's pretty smart in terms of knowing that there is space in front and it's a slower speed. It does not require longer space in between you and the car in front before it starts moving. So I have another car, the Subaru Forester 2014, where it has a similar cruise control system, but it is not as smart. So it actually does wait until there's a significant distance between you and the car in the front, and it is sort of a set distance. And if the car in the front moves away, your car will only move once you have reached that set distance. But the one that's in the Prius Prime 2017 is a lot smarter than that and is able to handle the bumper-to-bumper traffic much better. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.